What's up, everybody, and welcome to an all-new episode of Casters of Horror. I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane, and this week we travel deep into the woods of Ohio to hunt the Frogman. Frogman. Or, if you like, the Frog Witch Project.
The Frog Witch Project. The found footage, what would you call it? The found footage horror / creature feature film.
Yeah. Loveland's Frogman is a famous cryptid.
Yes.
So, This is the Frog Witch Project. I mean,
the Frog Witch. Yeah, pretty
very much so.
This film follows three friends as they go into, Loveland, Ohio, looking in search of Frogman, which one of them had seen when he was younger, and is proving that he's not crazy, that it is true, and the other two friends are there to join along, kind of making fun of him all along the way.
And everybody else that they come across.
And they don't quite believe him, but they're there, to support him. But anyway, I'm a big fan of cryptids. I'm a big fan of, anything Bigfoot, Jersey Devil, skunk ape, and even Frogman. So these things catch my interest. So when this one came around, I was like, oh, we got to check it out. So anyway,
this is like an interesting subset then. That's like the exception for you, because you're not a big creature feature guy, but if we're talking about like cryptids,
so if it was like shark attack thing, not so much into it. If it's like tentacle monster, if it's not hentai, I'm not into it. So if it's like Frogman or Bigfoot or something like that, count me in. So these are lore of things that could be and might be. So I'm down. I'm down for the mystery on it. So Scoob. Cool. So let's look for him, Scoob. So Frogman. What did you think of this film, sir? I mean, there's really not much to say about it besides it's found footage. It's shot like a documentary style. Because they are filming a documentary.
And my crack about it being the Frog Witch Project is not just because it's found footage. I mean, this movie, I'd say for most of it, plays out just like the Blair Witch Project. I mean, with the exception of maybe, I don't think it builds the creepiness as well, as that movie. Takes a little bit to get into, like I would argue pretty much any found footage. And I don't know, the acting is a mixed bag. Let's put it that way, okay?
It is. I'll give it that.
Yeah, because I thought for the most part, like, your primary three characters did just fine. Some of the, like, periphery characters are like, ooh, that's rough.
Now, something I will give them kudos for, the writer and director is Anthony Cousins, and another one of the writers is John Carsko. They did a good job at character building in this. Even though it was done documentary style, I think we've seen a lot of films lately where you just don't care about any person who's in this film. And this one actually built these characters where you actually kind of get involved in their lives and actually kind of care about what's going on. So I did like that. I liked that a lot.
I would say I felt that mostly with like the main guy. I hated everyone around him. The two people he traveled with are just jerks to everyone they come across. I really couldn't care less what happened to either of them. Right. And as for the main character, I think his motivation is a little unbelievable. Like, so what that you were a kid and a bunch of people didn't believe you? Kids say weird things all the time, And it's not like, did they even have like a traumatic experience, or did they just see this thing?
He saw it. That was it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like, because for a while I'm wondering, well, like, did this thing like jump out and eat his parents, and I just missed it or something? Or why is he so obsessed?
Well,
But
I mean,
I don't
okay,
know.
you take someone who's seen Bigfoot, okay,
Yeah.
whether or not they were like attacked by Bigfoot or they've just seen it, it's still one of those things where it's like, I seen Bigfoot.
Yeah.
You're the guy who's seen Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It's not like it's one of those things where it's like until it's proven you're the crazy person who's seen Bigfoot at the party. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
so. I mean, you got to kind of prove yourself, or at least you feel like you have to. Because if
Yeah.
anybody's like, "Oh, so you ever hear about Bigfoot?" and he's like, "Bigfoot's real." I've seen him. People are either going to think you're crazy or you've got to prove them wrong. So
Yeah.
that's the same thing that happened with this. It's like, oh, you ever heard of Frogman? I've seen him. I
Yeah.
filmed it. Because I mean, he went on. He was the guy who got the original footage of Frogman.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it wasn't just a matter of like, oh yeah, I saw him once and nobody believes me. He was like, I saw him. I took the footage of it.
Yeah.
And nobody takes me seriously for the rest of my life because of it.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah. Look, I mean, I
suck
think
it, Shane.
I think that
I knew what was going on.
I think that this movie is. I'm not going to say it's great. It's low budget found footage. For the first like 90% of it, it's a Blair Witch Project ripoff, right? But I had a ton of fun with this movie.
Oh, it was a blast.
I really liked it.
I'm not going to hold back. I really liked this movie.
Yeah.
Out of most of the films that we've seen so far this year, this one's at the top for me.
Oh, really? Wow.
If not the very top, it's close to the top. It was that good. I'll
tell you the point at which it turned around for me, because for the first half of it, I'm like, ugh, good grief, come on. I texted you, right, during this one part. There's this part where they go into the woods, and I don't know, man, there's this like voiceover of one of the characters screaming, and to me it just straight up sounded like Goofy falling off a cliff yell, right? It is the scream. From then on, honestly, I was hooked. And I will say, unlike the Blair Witch Project, this movie goes somewhere.
Yes.
Right? It very, very much goes somewhere. So
yes. And I like where it went. So
I did too.
It was yeah. So if you guys haven't checked out Frogman yet, it's getting a big 2-webbed thumbs up from both of us. So check it out. If you have seen it, let us know down in the comments down below. And while you guys are there, make sure to hit like and subscribe. For me so far, it's taking at least in the top 3 so far that I've seen this year. Okay. So I had enough fun with it that I would say it worked out for me. So
I think I might be able to say the same. Yeah, it's definitely up there, one of the better ones we've seen.
Yeah. So check it out. Let us know what you guys think, and let us know if there's anything else you guys want us to check out. There's plenty of movies out there, and we got plenty of time to watch them. So anyway, put it down in the comments down below. Hit like and subscribe. Until next week, people, I'm Chris Mess.
I'm Shane.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Get the hell out of here. We'll see you guys.
See ya.